What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we do have a relevant topic.
Our sort of ongoing educational series.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. We did get some questions. We talked about organized labor within our own workforce a few months ago, and did receive some questions. So I thought we could take this opportunity to briefly talk about the relevancy, as you say, at this point in time in our budget season, about talking about organized labor and just a little bit more about how we work with them.
That sounds great. What do you know about it?
What do I know about it? So we have four employee groups that are represented by organized labor. We have the LIUNA affiliates that we talked about. They're an AFL-CIO affiliate. So we have 24 positions that are represented in the general unit, 7 positions in the management unit that are represented by LIUNA. We have a police officer association, which actually represents just 4 positions, but a litany of employees. And then we have Carmel Fire Ambulance Association, CFFA, which is 1 position, the firefighter paramedic position. And then we have 19 at-will positions, like you and I.
Not represented.
Not represented. Yeah. So they have individual contracts with me, I guess, and I've got a contract with the city. So in total, we have 72 positions that are represented by organized labor. We have a workforce of 91. So, again, it's positions versus people. Because again, the unions represent positions, not necessarily individuals. And the relevancy right now, obviously, is that state and federal labor law, as well as our contracts with these organized labor groups, do require that as we enter the budget season, that we begin the negotiations if we have an expiring MOU. So we've engaged with that, and we're happy to do it, and it's going well.
Yeah, and we last time around we tried a new approach, which other cities have done, and the city council gave us direction to do, which was really wise. It's called interest-based bargaining.
Yes,
it's not your typical what you think of in a negotiation where you're on other sides of a table demanding and down to the dollars and cents right away.
Right.
It's really about what are they interested in accomplishing with the negotiations? Common
goals.
Higher level things like professional development and growth, competitive compensation, employee retention. So those higher level interests.
City solvency, working on capital work, just understanding that we don't have unlimited funds for anything, let alone just class and comp.
And so those interests get agreed to first. And then you still get to the sort of nitty gritty of negotiation like you would think, but those are born out of those interests. And it's a much more collaborative and friendly, frankly, much more friendly approach.
Yeah, and Mayor Potter, he used it in his previous incantations with the county, Monterey County, found it very successful, and he encouraged us to use it a couple years ago, and it's much more of a round table. I like the way your analogy. It's not sitting across from the table and passing numbers back and forth. It is really a round table where the commonalities in our goals and how do we get to the individual goals of both the council and the community as well as the employees.
That was the thing I noticed, is that it's really, the conversation becomes more about how do we collectively as a city organization and the staff come together to serve the community best. That's the ultimate interest of everybody.
Right.
And that comes out, which is really great. So once that interest-based negotiation is done, it sort of dovetails in with something we've talked about before in this educational series, how we interact with the city council.
Yep.
A lot of that negotiation, or all of that negotiation, takes place in a closed session format. So the bargaining team on the city side represents the city council to the negotiating teams.
Correct.
On the union side.
And we get direction from council in closed session.
And so all that takes place in closed session. But when it comes time to make those final decisions and sign contracts, that's all done in open session. So as we talked about before, there's things that have to happen in closed session, but no decisions are ever made in closed session.
Correct.
It's always done in front of the public. So that's the ultimate outcome of this interest-based bargaining, closed session negotiating, and then the public gets to be part of the final contract.
Right. And the MOUs are public documents after they're signed by the mayor.
They're on our website.
And they're on our website.
Yeah, you can check them out.
So you can always see that. So you can see what benefits and cost of living adjustments, raises that the different employee groups have negotiated
Including the at-will employees, the ones that are not represented, you can
Yep.
see all those.
Correct.
on
My
there as well.
contract, the city attorney's contract are all posted as well.
Absolutely. So it's a fascinating process. We're starting in on it right now, and I'm frankly looking forward to it again. It's a great way to just tune up the relationship and how we're going to head forward into the future to better serve the community.
Right.
Yeah.
And the employees.
And the employees, absolutely.
Right. So if you have more questions about this topic, we're happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's healthy. It's good. I think we've got good relationships with all our employees, and they're organized, and they're often represented by outside people. Public safety is represented by an attorney, and we've got a team of negotiators on our side that again works closely with the city council.
Yeah. We got time for a couple little updates. What do you want to talk about?
I want to thank everyone for the PD project. Thank Mr. Barron, Councilmember Barron and Mayor Potter for their leadership on the Police Department ad hoc project, and then litany of comments. We had a full chamber last night. It was a
Standing
recorded
room
meeting.
only. Yep.
We are organizing some additional meetings as directed by, again, the council last night. Probably one for next Thursday, the 1st, actually 2 for next Thursday, the 1st, one in the morning, one in the evening or afternoon.
Same content, though.
Same content, a little bit less of a formal format. So hopefully sitting in a rounded format here in the council chambers. You don't have to come to both. You're welcome to, but again, really trying to continue to educate, do the outreach and education about the progress on the homework assignment that the ad hoc committee has already completed, and then where we're potentially going. Potentially, again, no decisions have been made. No decisions will be made at these meetings. But and then the other thing, we do have a budget book. We got a lot of questions about our capital work. Every year we adopt a capital improvement budget. It's all in this document. It's a very easy to read document, but again, since we are at the beginning of our annual budget cycle season, this document's very relevant for the current fiscal year, and then of course we're planning for the following fiscal year. When again, every year we try to get people to be involved in the budget process. I think Councilmember Ferlito said it best. We don't usually get a ton of people
Roughly
commenting.
6.
Well, yeah.
It's not a lot.
So and there's 2 ways of looking at that. One is that the public is very pleased with the document and the budgeting process that we've been through. Number 2 is that they haven't been involved and they're not aware of it. So again, our desire is always to have more people involved in the use of taxpayer money. So yeah, I think that's what I had. And then the February agenda, again, we'll hear under extraordinary business, we'll hear a proclamation proposed by Carmel Cares for the Keep America Beautiful pledge. And then we'll hear from the Carmel Youth Center, an update on their private, and they're entirely private, but we'll hear an update on their project. And then the real relevant business, I think, is we do have the Walker House, the Esperanza Carmel, it's the Frank Lloyd Wright House in the city. Their Mills Act contract is coming back to council for consideration on February 6th.
Yeah. Also in February, just a heads up, we'll advertise this a lot more, but at the end of February, the last week of February, we're going to be doing our annual development community update workshop where we have members from our building department, planning department, public works, talking about what's relevant in code updates, any new procedures, policies, just dialoguing with the development community and anyone who's not in the development community. If you want to come in and talk to us, we do 2 different days, same program either day. We'll have snacks and drinks, so that helps get people here a little bit too. We're looking forward to that. And then the last thing, just remind people, they probably know, but next week is AT&T, 31st is when it starts. So be prepared. We don't know what the crowds are going to look like this year with the new format, but be aware, it does start next week on the 31st.
Right. Chief Tomasi has developed an operations plan. We will have extra staff, obviously, available to monitor the event and then to clean up any issues that come up. So we're ready. It's going to rain starting on Wednesday through the weekend next week. So we'll see. What happens. I almost forgot. It's Mary Schleye's birthday on the 28th. So
happy birthday.
I kind of think of her as kind of being part of our greater family. So happy birthday, Mary.
Yeah. I guess that's it. What do we want to say?
Unbelievable. I can't believe we got it done. Take good care.
Take good care.